Hola, mi gente. Greetings. ¿Cómo estamos? How are we? It's me, Che Alexander, la negratienesazon of Sprinkled with Sazon Apothecary and Botanica. I'm happy that you are here. It has been a minute since I uploaded one of these to YouTube. I have my reasons. Don't question me. Glad to know that you're doing well. Scorpio, this is your birthday reading. This is your solar return, happy birthday, and super full moon in Taurus and November reading. So jam-packed, you guys will be getting the longest reading of the day. I don't know if that's good or bad, but here we are. So gracias a la misericordia de todos los espíritus santos y todos los espíritus buenos, we ask that only spirits of light enter into this space and that spirits of darkness find their light elsewhere. We thank you for your covering, for your protection, for your peace, Father God, and spirits of light. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Chiron, Venus placements. What are the messages that Scorpio needs to know for the month of November? I encourage you, if you do not already, to follow me on Instagram. Over there, I've posted a general forecast for the first week of November. November has some very heavy, powerful, energetic transits that are taking place. The first week especially. And it doesn't strike me as strange that there will be such intensity because we are starting the week off with all of this ancestral energy, right? All Hallows Eve, Dia de los Muertos, All Souls Day, All Saints Day. So Scorpio, you should feel moving into November very powered up, very amped up, right? Like juiced with the energy and protection of your ancestral court. Who is walking behind you? Who is walking beside you? Who is praying for you, right? Or who, when they were alive, was praying for you, and those prayers have carried you through. This is an important time to say their names out loud, to do the things that bring them joy and bring them peace and would have comforted them in their lives. But it's also a time for you to never forget that you walk alone and to never forget the lessons that you were reared with. Even if they were bad lessons, right? My family has a very colorful history. At the very least, I'm reminded of who and what I don't want to be. Those are lessons too to keep in your pocket. So Scorpio, this is your birthday, it's your solar return. I don't know what the rest of your chart looks like, but this is a moment of death and rebirth for you, for the Scorpion itself. What are you being called or drawn to purge, to let go, to sacrifice, to really release from your hand, from your mind, from your heart, from your womb, from your home, in hopes of gaining something else, something different, something greater? And what is that thing? And is it an equal exchange? Because this is the other part of sacrifice, right? Let's get deep and dark because you're Scorpio, you don't mind. Let's talk about blood magic and talk about how the weight, the size, the importance of the offering has to match that which you desire, right? If you are asking for your entire life to be uprooted, changed, turn my luck around for the better, right? I want a mansion and I want X amount of material things and I want the true love of my life. And all you do is give a couple of pennies and throw some hard stale candy on that altar. Is that an even and equal exchange? We know that when we do blood magic, when we do dark magic, it doesn't always have to be black magic, but it's dark, it's heavy because it involves sacrifice, right? It is a life for life. If I bring that goat in here, that chicken in here, I'm exchanging this negative aspect of my life to get that thing back, right? Or to change it around. So Scorpio, as you enter into this next phase of your life, I don't know what age you're turning this Scorpio season, this birthday season for you. But think about what it is that you have been trying to attain, to obtain, to own, possess, grab a hold of, get connected to, right? Get intertwined with. And if you're having one of those moments where you're saying to yourself, I've already tried that. I've already prayed. This thing is not working. Why? I've put my hand on the door so many times. Why is it not working? Ask yourself this time around, and let this be the last time you ask yourself, am I knocking on a door that's not for me? And that's why it's not opening. Am I doing the same thing, expecting a different result? We know what that is. Or do I need to up the ante in some way? Do I need to increase my offering, the size of it, the frequency of it? Do I need to pray to a different spirit entity, go to a different church, find a new pastor, a new church home? Do I need to show up as a good Samaritan, show up in service in some way, so that God himself, that spirit, can see that I'm serious about this thing and that my life is the offering? Maybe not my actual life. I don't want to die now, but I'm willing to give up the selfish part of my life and go and hand out turkeys and stand in the cold and help the homeless, so that God can see I've changed my life around. I've turned my heart around, and I deserve some of the things that I've been praying for. I don't know. Maybe the size of the sacrifice, the size of the offering, just is not matching whatever you're praying for, Scorpio. That came to me very heavy as I sat here. So let's get into it. What does Scorpio need to know, see, think about? Again, some prominent things to take note of. The super full moon in Taurus is going to be on Wednesday, November 5th. This is a good time to get your shit together. As you think about what needs to be released, what needs to be sacrificed, that is the thing that you put on your altar. That is the thing that you put on your petition and you burn in the flame, or you bury in the dirt. This is a good time to work with dirt, burial rituals for this full moon, because it is a Taurus full moon, and Taurus is an earth sign. Okay, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Can you see this, guys? The Ace of Pentacles comes out for Scorpio. Whoa. Ace of Pentacles with the Magician, the Three of Cups, and the King of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles here. Clarify the Magician. And the King. Who or what is the King? Whoa. The King of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Devil in reverse, the Three of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles. And what's the Seven of Pentacles over here? Seven of Pentacles, the Star in reverse, and the Five of Wands. Okay. So the first card out, let me fix that for you. The first card out is the Ace of Pentacles. So Scorpio, whatever you're doing with your money or not doing with your money, change it, right? Get yourself a money plant, put it in low light, water it at the very least weekly. You need to be speaking over your money, Scorpio. The Ace of Pentacles came out with the Magician and the Three of Cups as the second two cards, right? When I clarified the Magician, though, it was clarified by the Five of Cups and the Ten of Wands. So I do feel very strongly, then also with this Devil card here in reverse and the Ancestor card, the Star. I feel like the first part of this message is to get your money up, like I said, to prepare you either just celebrated your birthday or you're preparing to celebrate your birthday. Either way, I feel like there are goals, there are hardcore goals, Scorpio, that you are thinking about and that you really want to achieve. For some of you, you're saying, this is my last year dealing with certain shit. This is my last year living in this apartment or living in this house. This is my last year with this car or not having a car. This is my last year. This is my last time. This is my last November, my last December dealing with this shit. But it requires strategy. And I feel like some of you are being a little whiny, Scorpio. I feel like some of you are saying, I've been responsible. I'm the responsible one in my family. I'm the responsible one in my friends group. I'm the most responsible of my siblings. And so you're challenging, you're trying to stick it to the man, you're raging against the machine, but the machine is you, because you're a grown-ass person now. You're a grown-ass adult. And you rebelling, choosing not to do a thing is hurting no one but you. If you don't go to bed early, your mom is not going to be pissed off at you. You're going to be tired when you go to work. If you don't pay your bills, like, who's gonna tell me what to do. Your phone and your internet gonna get cut off, baby. The choice is yours. But you're not sticking it to the man. You're not doing anything but harming and hurting yourself, Scorpio. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but you need to be a little bit more responsible on that front. Now, what else is showing up here, Scorpio, is that there is, it feels like betrayal. That's the word. Thank you. It feels like betrayal in a spiritual elder. So the Magician came out and the Devil came out in reverse. When I clarify the Magician, like I said, 5 of Cups and 10 of Wands here. This is grief and having to have left someone or something behind, and it comes behind this Magician. So it feels like you were tapped into your power. Now this can be an actual spiritual elder, a practitioner, a baba, a tata, somebody, right, who is an elder who has ranking, a priest of some sort, or priestess. The energy feels masculine, but it could be feminine or non-binary. It feels like you may have been tapped into your power. And even if they were not a spiritual elder, this was somebody who you trusted and you were confident, you were bold, you were living in your truth. And they kind of snatched the rug out from underneath you. So either they are an actual practitioner and they kept asking you for money, or you were paying them money and there were no results coming in, or they had you doing things that were uncomfortable and had you questioning them. Similarly, if this had nothing to do with spirituality, you could have been connected to a masculine energy. The King of Wands is here and they clarified the Devil. Someone who, again, attacked your confidence, stole your confidence, who made you feel less than. And what you need to remember, Scorpio, is that we all have these experiences and they're here for the life lessons. They're not here to destroy us. But if you sit and you ruminate on that energy and you choose to get ice cold and you stay in that, you fail to apply the lesson. Because Scorpio, you can brood. We know that that's your thing. You get stuck in this place and then you become an ice queen. Here you are as the Queen of Swords. And the 5 of Wands is here with the 3 of Swords. In reverse, this 5 of Wands energy is this internal conflict, beating yourself up. Well, see, that's what I get for trusting somebody. If I never would have trusted, then you can't be betrayed if you don't have people. 3 of Swords is this agony, this heartbreak that you're feeling about trusting people. And now as you move into your solar return, you're thinking, well, now I've learned the lesson for this next year. This next year of my life, as I enter this next age, nobody can mess with me. I'm not taking this. And it feels very cold and shut down and shut out. So the message for you here, Scorpio, for the remainder of Scorpio season and then for the entirety of November, is to really tend to burning your internal flame. Get back into the magician that you are for yourself. If you have spiritual gifts or other gifts, creative gifts, you don't need to share them with everyone. I understand that you felt like you trusted this person and you took your time and they still betrayed you. Understand that betrayal can only come from those we trust. Betrayal does not come from strangers. It comes from people that we trust. That's why it's called betrayal. The solution to betrayal is not shutting down and staying in the Queen of Swords energy. The solution to betrayal is this right here, which is the 3 of Cups, which is finding harmony and finding community with like-minded people who are in alignment with you. Now, I don't want to make this too long, but part of this betrayal comes from you seeing or seeking something in someone and not properly vetting them. Maybe you took your time and you trusted them, but did you properly vet if they were in alignment with you? Did they want the same things for you at the same time? Or could they just get the job done? And so you said, okay, it's a good fit, right? Think about that. Also, how do you say? So finding community, finding comfort in that, finding harmony. But then also, Scorpio, you need to take your gifts back to where they come from, which is your bloodline, your ancestors, who you pray to. Even if you don't pray to your ancestors, thank God for the women, the men, the children, the hustlers in your family who were able to provide you with the undeniable gifts that you had, right? I don't know a lot of my family. Like I said, my family and my history is very colorful. But somebody in my family was smart as fuck, because this brain on me, baby, okay, this capacity for intellect that I have is ancestral. I could not have come here alone. And my sisters and my brothers, smart as fuck. Okay? And we don't even all have the same parents. So I know that there is some type of ancestral knowledge and desire for knowledge that lives in my bloodline. Whatever skills you possess, whatever thing you can do best, that comes from your blood. So even if you don't have an ancestor also and pray to them or say their names daily, give thanks that you have shown up as the culmination, as the combination of all of these traits and skills and personalities, right? Now, your time on earth is your time where you make a decision about how to utilize those things and how they will play out, but they come from somewhere. So you need to take that gratitude back to your bloodline and back to God. And then this new year, this personal new year for you will feel a lot more easy. It'll feel a lot more compatible with the life that you're trying to live. Look at that, 4 wands, joy, celebration, a marriage, a union with the you that you have always been and the you that you want to be, right? It's like, I feel like, Scorpio, you've done a lot of introspection this year and thought very heavily about who it is that you don't want to be, and you've made some conscious decisions about that, and it shows. So congratulations to you. Oracle, wait for important information. Hermit, retreat and recharge. That's what I said. Take it back to your bloodline and back to God. And one more for the birthday Scorpion. Air guardian, shift your perception. Again, the betrayal, the grief, the lack, whatever you feel like this person or these people took from you, it had to happen so that you could learn to guard the things that are truly important to you a little bit differently. But I do see that November is going to be good for you, Scorpio. So I hope that this was helpful for someone. Happy birthday to you. I love you the mostest. And you know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Put a little black heart in the chat for me if you made it to the end. And I hope to see you in one of my spaces. I love you. Peace.